Well, here we are at the airport.
Hello.
At the charging
station. My iPod thing is already not charged.
She didn't charge it up. Well, she did, but she has trouble with that charger. It doesn't seem to work. So we're on our way to see Gracie. And we're all excited about that. And we got here an hour, 2 hours early.
No.
And
We're leaving
and we walked through everything.
55 minutes.
So now we're sitting around. So talk to you later.
This is the Cook Theater. This is where all the conservatory shows are.
This is the one that you're working in.
This is the one
Oh.
Stop Kisses set.
It's like the black box or
Yeah, well,
experimental.
Kind of like the experimental, but of course it's like the proscenium also. So, yeah. And we, as first years, we have to like build the set with the technical director. So like we were here when all this is kind of installed and brought in, and I was like up in the genie and putting in gel stuff. And a lot of my classmates did like they screwed all the walls together. They put everything together, like screwed these, and these all like rotate. I don't ever move any of this, so I don't really want to touch it. But you'll see it on Sunday. But they all kind of like this rotates out, and it's a different place, and the whole couch, everything is all on rollers, and it just rolls completely out. It's pretty cool the way they do that. So that's this theater.
This is where we'll be Sunday night.
This is where you'll be Sunday night. So I can just I'll walk into the lobby. I don't know what's going on up there, but-
Doing this wrong. I think I'll turn it.
This is oh yeah, here's the company of the season. So third year, 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 third year. So they're all over the place, and they're all over. I mean, they're kind of stretched or spread around all the shows. But you will see. Who will you see tonight? So you're saying you can't take it with you. She plays this like kind of crazy actress. You'll see her. These two play like the leads, or one of the romantic leads in the show tonight. She plays her sister. She's like a dancer. He plays kind of this guy that hangs out there. I don't really know how to describe him. He plays. I guess these two are married in the show. He plays kind of this. It's a really funny show. So a lot of them are in this one. And yeah, but
So these are just third years.
Well,
the
and
ones
then
that
the
are pointed
profe-
to.
oh,
So
the
the
ones-
other ones
oh,
are
okay,
the
our
like
professional
yeah,
actors.
yeah. The other ones are. So it's like the little bar area. This is locked.
What's this?
this is the main theater.
Just kind of. This is the Mertz.
What? Oh, no, what shows in this one?
This is the Rex show.
Kiss me? No,
This
not
is
kiss
You
me.
Can't Take It With You.
Oh, can't take it.
And Heidi. All of them are in this one. So they switch up this. I think this is for.
Oh, so it's every other, oh,
It's in rep, so there's quite a few shows going on at once. So they like the whole set's the way that the way that it's designed is you can like take one apart. It's in sections, and it'll take it apart.
but I'm confused. Tonight we're seeing,
You can't take it with you
in this,
in this theater.
and then tomorrow we're seeing
Heidi Chronicles in
in
this theater.
So it's every other day that they're
Yeah, they'll do
doing
like,
it?
Well, but then there's other shows, like Glengarry just closed.
Right.
But they're putting in, I think they're
Oh,
putting
okay.
in, this is for Clybourne. And then what else is in right now? What else is running right now?
So can you get tickets to go into the house?
Yeah, so we have, I have abilities to get tickets, I think, to get you guys into the house and, into the museums and stuff like that. But we can't, you're able, the outside veranda or whatever is welcome, or anyone can go.
So what's this house now again?
This is the Kadazan,
Katazan, yeah.
the Ringling, I don't know, estate, house,
Ah.
castle.
Okay, so here we are at the Katazan porch.
I must have taken that picture.
Yes, I think you took this picture. Don't know why it's in black and white. But this is looking off of the porch at the Gulf, I guess, because there's no keys in between Sarasota and the Gulf. And of course, these are the pretty houses in the area. Just speak up whenever you want to, Carol. She's got a little cold. So this is more pictures on the veranda of the Katazan, which is House of John, which is John Ringling.
His wife Mabel.
His wife Mabel. And why this is in black and white, I wanted to show the colors of the windows. Here's a banyan tree off on the grounds, and
A
these.
lot of the grounds reminded me of Hawaii.
And this is their rose garden, Mabel's rose garden. Now we're walking back towards the Asolo Theater, and I just turned around and took a picture of this sign, the Katazan Mansion. And it's a beautiful day.
I don't get quite what the colored flags mean. But
Well, it's a circus town, you know, so they have a lot of that kind of circus stuff. And this turned out black and white of all stupid things.
who did that?
It's that this stupid program did it for me automatically. I didn't ask for it. So these are more of the grounds. There's a lake or a pond in the middle of the area, which is very picturesque. And here is the circus museum that we went into,
The next day.
and I've got some pictures coming up here pretty soon. This is this door where into the smaller theater, and there's a list of the crew and cast for the play that Gracie was helping out with. And I guess I took another picture of this. So here we are, still walking around, looking at the grounds. This was something that was on the ground in front of the Katazan. And we're walking back to the Katazan now for a tour. Not sure if that's coming up quite yet, but there were statues and all sorts of over-the-top artwork that Ringling collected. I think this might have been the next day. It looks like it's cold.
Yeah, this is the tour day.
Oh,
We're
well.
inside the circus. Why does it change to black and white?
I don't know. It's stupid.
But these were all miniature. It was a whole huge room full of miniaturized circus setup. It was just incredible. This Holland guy, Howard guy, did it all.
This was at the art museum. He collected a lot of art as well, and we
There's
were
a couple pieces of art.
yeah, they're there. Oh, now we went back. These are a little out of order, and this is kind of out of focus. But these are tiny little animals that are decorated like circus, the way they would do it in the circus. Cool looking clown elephants. And here's a couple of sad looking clowns right there. Oh, back to this miniaturized thing. We're on the second floor
This guy,
looking down.
this was his hobby. He just donated it all to the circus.
This is back at the art museum. We keep flipping back and forth. I guess this is the time on the cameras. We're a little off.
This is a view of the outdoor of the art.
I thought this
museum.
statue was pretty cool looking.
They traveled to Europe a lot, so he brought home a lot of artwork, and that's where he went to go get the circus acts.
That was the 5 Ringling Brothers, by the way.
John and Mabel were in charge
This-
of
oh,
bringing
this-
home, right?
This is Tom Thumb's clothes. It's pretty dark. They wouldn't let you do flash photography in there.
That was one of the docents was showing us something in there. This is outside the art museum.
Pretty nice stuff, actually. And the fountain was running and everything. Oh! Uh-oh! Looks like I'm falling!
I'm always getting in trouble for taking off my shoes.
So all these are hands-on exhibits in the museum.
This is a tightrope. It's right on the ground, so you'd think you couldn't do it, but
Yeah.
you still can't do it.
Still can't do it. I tried. I couldn't get halfway through. As you saw in that other picture. And then Carol was
On that horse.
balancing on a horse that sunk in the middle of the room. I didn't quite understand that.
Well, if you take the picture correctly, it looks like you're standing on the horse.
Oh, I get it. Those were some toys that old blocks. They were filling out a form.
This is in the art museum.
Oh yeah, and of course it was black and white for some stupid reason. He collected these enormous pictures and everything over the top and garish, and I mean that was his taste. And then instead of being very subtle about things in the display, everything was just like boom. All this gilded artwork. And this was in their house now. This is Mabel's clothes that were hanging in her closet. And looking down into the great room of the Katazan. This is a picture of the organ in which they had the tubes or the pipes in all the walls of the house, and it would just, when they played it, it would just vibrate the whole place, and they could hear it for miles. This is just some bright work in the kitchen. That's one of the old stoves that was in the kitchen. Now here you can see the stained glass that Mabel liked, all those colors, and that was alabaster statue that was in the guest room.
No, it was not.
In the anteroom, the ballroom, I guess. And of course, he had all these extravagant chandeliers from all over the world. Here, I'm just looking out the window into the veranda that we were at before. Here's that stained glass that she was so crazy about, and designed the colors of the rooms around the stained glass. Up in the ceiling, there was a lot of detail. This is actually all made of plaster, and it's supposed to look like wood. Kind of dark. And like I said, they wouldn't let you take flash photography. And this was kind of the detail of the chandelier that was above that table, that dining room table. You can hardly see the bathtub.
I can't even see it.
I know, it's no flash. Not allowed. Oh, these are some of John's clothes in the closet. I just really thought they were cool, and these cool old shoes of his. Great Gatsby-like. And this was in his...
He's a big dude.
Oh, was he? Mm-hmm. And this was a detail of a clock that was in his room as well. And, oh, that got snuck in there. We went to karaoke. There's another video about karaoke.
Okay, here we go. Gracie. Standing in Florida. How beautiful it is. This is Lido Beach. There's Dave down there. Can't see him, but Dave!
What? Hi.
There he is.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
There she is again. The beauty queen. Look at the blue.
What?
Blue soil.
Blue soil.
The sand. Here we are sitting at the beach. Lido Beach again.
We went to the beach a couple of times.
Lovely day, a little windy. Nice breeze.
The first day, Gracie just took us out, and and then this day we had a picnic lunch there.
White sand.
And then we went to a party that was thrown by, that's George and Judy, they're the sponsors for Allie, I guess, right? There's a beautiful view from their back porch to the channel there by the key, bird key, and there was some dolphins that actually came by within 20 feet of the shore. It was really thrilling. So we all ran out there and tried to take a picture. They wouldn't come back. And Brian is a friend of Gracie's. He's out
Kayaking.
kayaking, yeah. And then this is
Lucy.
Lucy Lavely, right? She and Gracie were kind of cohorts in the play. What was the
Stop
play?
Kiss.
Stop Kiss. And Lucy
was the star, and Gracie was her dresser.
and
She changed her 27 times.
27 times.
Quick time.
It went back and forth in time. Back each scene would flip back and forth. So they were pretty close at this point. So I took a whole bunch of pictures of them, and of course these actresses, they just like to ham it up, don't they? Say something.
Yes.
You got to talk, Carol. You have to talk. It's the whole idea.
You're doing such a good job.
Oh, I'm not that great. Anyway.
It's Andrea.
Oh, that's Andrea? Okay.
She's roommates with Jory.
Oh, and look at this. This is that statue that we had in San Diego. What's it doing down there? Well,
And then you took a whole bunch of pictures of these two girls.
well, they're great kids. You know, I miss them. So we went to lunch with Debbie
Dinner.
and or Molly. That's Molly, of course. And what was it? Dinner.
Dinner.
All right, dinner, lunch, and they were reminiscing about their earlier years together, of course, and it was really fun. Nice outdoor restaurants in Sarasota, and the weather was just absolutely perfect.
They apparently live like 45 minutes away, so they drove down to hang out with us. It was really nice. It's Debbie.
Molly's mom. We haven't seen her in, what, 10 years or something?
8 years, or
8
7, 8 years.
7 years? I guess she's teaching special ed kids or something like that. She's an artist. Oh,
Okay, here we are. We're at
More
Siesta
video.
Beach now. Daisy, Ms. Apple. Much more densely populated. Most pristine beach rated. Tell them about the soil. Sand is made out of 99% quartz, so it always stays cool. It's really chilly.
some more of that blue soil.
Your touch.
I've got a close-up of the blue soil.
There's rentals back there. There's refreshments. Driving in, it reminded me of Hawaii. One side of the island there. I haven't even gone down to the water. It's so crowded, and we're not staying here that long, but I'll walk down there in a minute. Beautiful. A little windy and cold today, but still we came. Last day of George.
So here we are on Lido Beach again, or is this Siesta?
This is the last beach, I think.
Siesta. And the soil is cool to the touch because it's
97% crystal
quartz.
quartz.
Well, it is a crystal. And there's a close-up, and of course the program decided to put it in black and white, but here's a color picture.
Look at that big toe.
I know that toe's going to get hacked on too. There, I'm holding some of this powdery sand. Looks good enough to eat.
Okay, here we are.
Whoop.
Walk down to the beach. Pretty crowded. So windy. Got little waves. I don't see any of this red tide they were talking about. That it started from Sarasota down. Back there is where David is. I don't know where it is. Let's see what it is. Water temperature 62. 2 p.m., 9 p.m., high and low tide. cool.
This is Gracie's room.
Just sort of panned around. Here are some of the books she's studying from. It's pretty heavy stuff. And a little picture of her toilet. The bedroom, or the bed, and her Maryland posters. Oh, we went out for our last day. We went to the
I don't remember, some
pancake.
breakfast place that they all love. It was great.
Here we are in the plane, and we're the next day. We're waiting for our final flight out of Phoenix that we had to stay overnight because we got fogged in San Diego. So that's why Carol is holding up two fingers there. And that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. There's some karaoke on another video if you want to watch that. And we'll talk